Hello and welcome to this little video explaining on the map tool or grid grinder, hex grinder I have made. So right now I'm holding a hex. On this hex there's some grassland, and there's some water over here, and down in the corner right here, it's not quite clear, but it says A001. So this is the first card. Might not be the first card that you put down, because as you see I have a lot of unique map cards that you can choose from. Each and every single one of them is unique and stand out from each other. Let me just try to build a little map for you. You can choose to put this down any way that you want to do. Put one down here. We have some grasslands over here. You can see it just fits nicely together, and slowly and steady you have built a map that you can use for you and your players on your next campaign. Let me show you something, because this was the original concept I have thought of. That it was just a way to build a map to explore with your players. But I have taken it a bit further. If we choose the first one again here, A001, if we turn that around, you can see it says A001 on the middle, and we have a D20 with C1, and we have D10 with D1. And under the A001 we have two symbols. Again, it's a bit unclear for you, but it says ocean and it says land, because it has an ocean and a land. It might differentiate itself, there's nothing here, but on this it might say land and lakes, rivers, maybe forests, I don't know yet. But if you roll with a D20 1, you pick the first card from the C1 pile, which is cities. So let's pick that one. As you can see, it says 1 up here, so it's the right card we have got. It has some city stats. It has 1 in crime, 5 in religion, 2 in trade, and so on. It has some flavor text, and it has a plot hook down here, but I might scratch that one out because it's not. I have another place for this one. On this side, you can see that I have a lot to make. I have these city tiles, which will be squares, and this city will feature a market, a town center, 5 low residence area, and 3 medium residence area. And on these tiles they will also have like something like this on the back side, where it tells you to, if it's a market and it has some symbols, it will spawn a different kind of building or NPC in that area. Below this, down here where there's some blank space, it will say simple tiles. So if the city is placed on this tile where it has ocean and land, we could imagine that a simple tile for this one would be harbor, for example. So it's placed on the coast as an example. So we have this city now, so why not use a small hex to place on this map, so you can see where it is and your players can see where it is. And maybe there's another ship coming from here, and there's some small trouble outside of town. It's the basic idea of how I thought this could be. If you want to save this to use again another time, I have made a save sheet here. It's a bit unclear for you, but in the middle we have all these hexes, and in the middle I have wrote 8001 because the hex is facing like this, and the number is down here in the corner, so I have written it down here. If it was facing this way, I would have written this number over here in that little box. So that's a way to save it. Oh, and by the way, the dungeon tiles. If you have rolled a dungeon in the area, it will also look like this. And on the back side, it will be kind of similar to this one, where it says all the different kind of tiles you would need, and maybe some monsters. I don't know, but it will also have the simple tiles that you can use. Maybe the dungeon is below water, so we will have to like dive the way down, so we have a lid you have to go through or something. I don't know yet, but that's the basic idea of this map idea I had. I'm glad you have been watching the whole thing. Let me know if you have some ideas that I haven't thought of yet.